how do you replace $60,000 salary with predictable income that's going to last you the rest of your lifetime? And, really most people, I think, don't have a clue. And that's where it gets to be very dangerous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through 6 proven tools that can help you create reliable monthly paychecks from day one of retirement time, including a strategy that helps guarantee that you don't outlive your income. And what I think the problem is most people will transition into retirement time and they won't change what their overall investment approach is. Meaning that, when you're in your 30s, 40s, and even 50s, the focus at this point has been grow your retirement dollars, right? You want to get that number to be as big as possible. But I believe that when you transition into retirement time, growth is still important, but you need to change the investment approach and switch from growth to focusing more on income. So if you're not going to get up and go to work every day and get a paycheck, you need to make sure that your money gets up and gets you a paycheck every single day. And there are a couple of specific investments that you want to take a look at your portfolio and determine how much income is each account designed to produce, and what the purpose of each account is. If you don't have a written retirement income plan, I'm not talking a financial plan. A lot of people have financial plans. I'm talking a written retirement income plan. Do you confidently know how much predictable income will be generated from your investment portfolio this year? If not, you could be one of the people that are facing these dangers. When we're looking at income, there's a couple of areas that we're looking at. First of all, you're looking at Social Security benefits. You're going to make a decision on when to claim Social Security. You can take Social Security as early as age 62. You can delay benefits until age 70. I was recently with a group. We were at a friend's birthday party, and I had talked to a gentleman who's getting ready to retire in the next year. And he explained to me that he's going to take Social Security at 62. And like the common approach is he didn't know how long he's going to live, and he better get what he can. The problem with that is Social Security ends up being the cornerstone or a foundation for most average retirees' income in retirement. And it's guaranteed by the federal government. It's inflation adjusted. It has survivor benefits. And when you claim can make a huge difference. Taking benefits at age 62 is going to lock you into a lower check for life. It can also negatively impact what your survivor benefits. Waiting till age 70 can seem like, a big thing that maybe can't be surmountable, but it can be accomplished. Not only do you get a 76% increase when you wait from age 62 to age 70, you also are getting that cost of living increase. So oftentimes, the difference in benefits can be over 100% between the ages of 62 and 70. So what I want you to do is I want you to have a strategy in place. There's software that can help you run a Social Security optimization plan. And this is an income plan that's going to be, a cornerstone of your retirement, so I want you to get it right. Number 2 is if you're blessed enough to have a pension. So, maybe you work for police and fire, maybe you're a retiring teacher, you're lucky enough to have a pension. It's like a personal annuity from a company. The choices that you're going to have there are oftentimes like taking a lump sum. You may look at that lump sum of money and think, wow, that's a big number. That's, one of the biggest numbers that I've seen. And you may, on the surface, you may say, hey, I think I'd like to just take that lump sum and transfer it over into a retirement account and then use that to fund my own retirement. Now, sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. The other options that you have are typically what is called a single life annuity payment. And the single life annuity payment is going to give you income for as long as you live. So if you're single, typically can be a good choice. If you take that monthly payment times 12, that then divided by the lump sum amount would tell you how much you need to produce from the lump sum to generate the same monthly income. And oftentimes, it's very difficult to take that lump sum of money without taking excess risk and generating the same level of income. So if income is important to you in retirement time, it oftentimes is for a lot of people, the lump sum pension may not be the best choice, as well as the fact that the single life annuity may not be the best choice, especially if you're married. So when you're married, then you're looking at the survivorship options, and those typically can range from anywhere from getting 50% to 100% survivorship options. But if you're, again, blessed in getting the pension, don't make a decision based upon what you talk to somebody at the water cooler about. You're going to make that decision based upon your own situation. Maybe you have a lot of other financial assets that are built up, so then the lump sum could make more sense. Maybe you want to protect income for a set period of time and make sure that you have a certain period, certain covered. There's choices in what worked, for your friends on the golf league may not be the right choice for you. Look at your own individual situation. Number 3, looking at annuities. And annuities are often misunderstood, but they can be a powerful income tool in retirement time. With an immediate annuity, you can take a lump sum of money and you can turn it into a guaranteed income payment. And that guarantee is based upon, again, the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. So you want to know the financial background, the health of the insurance company. But annuities have been providing income for hundreds of years for families, and it's been something that's been around for quite some time. You could get a deferred income annuity, meaning that if you don't need income now, maybe you're going to defer it to later on. That can be great for protecting you from longevity risk. You can utilize what is called a fixed index annuities, which allows you to still have the ability to participate in some growth of the stock market, yet still have predictable income in the plan. There's pros and cons of annuities. They're designed, again, for more income. They typically have things like surrender charges, so you need to understand how they work. But it does give you a little bit more control and allows you to, structure a plan, even though they tend to be a little bit more complex. As long as you work with somebody and you understand, think of it as another way to have a personal income plan in retirement. Number 4, you can look at bonds and bond ladders. Bonds are a kind of a classic way to generate steady interest. You got treasuries, municipals, corporate bonds. They all pay predictable income. This can be a way to kind of help smooth out some of the risk that you have from the stock market part of the portfolio. If you want to try to eliminate interest rate risk, owning individual bonds could help that. You could stagger those bonds out so they have different maturities every year or two, keeping that steady cash flow. There are some different tax benefits that you can get depending upon if you own like municipals and a taxable account. But again, good ways to generate income. Number 5 is looking at dividend-paying stocks. When you look at dividend-paying stocks, it can be a great way to supplement your income. Companies that you're familiar with that you use every single day, companies that are consumer staples, typically have paid and they've raised dividends for decades. And when you get dividends, they tend to be more predictable than the daily ups and downs of what the stock market is. Dividends aren't necessarily guaranteed, but they are more predictable, and they are another great way for retirees to generate income. And again, it can be a bonus layer of income. Not typically your foundation. I would usually use this for your long-term growth bucket of money, but I do think that having dividend-paying stock can be a great part of an overall portfolio. Number 6 is I also like CDs. I also like what is called MYGAs, which stand for Multi-Year Guaranteed Annuities. If we look at CDs, the great thing about them is they're FDIC insured. They're predictable. They could be good for short-term income sources. Insurance Companies of America offer the MYGAs, the multi-year guarantees. They allow you to lock in an interest rate typically for a little bit of a longer period of time. They could typically pay maybe higher interest rates than what you get on CDs or some of the other tax-deferred investments that are out there. I think they're great really for retirees that are looking for safe, predictable income in the near term. I had a conversation with a newer client last week, and she was worried about outliving her income. She needed to replace about $1,500 a month. And I was able to show her that repositioning some of her assets was able to generate that income because of where the high fixed rates are today. So now that you know those 6 tools, knowing which one you use and in which bucket is really the key. In my video on the independent income system, I show you exactly how to calculate how much reliable income you're going to need. I talk to you about the different threats and the opportunities that are out there. I share more about then the solutions, which tools to use first, what specific percentages you want to put into different retirement scenarios. And I also go over the 5 biggest threats and opportunities that are facing people by utilizing the independent income system. So just another great resource that you can enjoy. Again, you can go over to America's Retirement Headquarters, check out our How to Retire series, and get more education. Again, the follow-up to this is called the Independent Income System.